In my field, I see many situations come up, but recently I've been seeing this one more and more often. Two South Florida buyers thought they were getting their dream homes, but instead, they bought a nightmare. At first, everything looked perfect. The homes appeared renovated, modern, and move-in ready. But within months of closing, the reality came crashing down. City and county inspectors arrived at their doors with violations, fines, and even court dates, all because of unpermitted renovations done long before these buyers ever signed the closing papers. Here is the two stories of the two different homeowners in two different cities, Miami and Cape Coral. Just like them, there is so many homeowners dealing with this. If you are one of them and you are unable to continue the permitting process alone, we are here for you. One buyer in Miami purchased a home without a proper seller disclosure. On the surface, nothing seemed wrong. But behind the walls, the home had been remodeled without permits. Plumbing, electrical work, windows, roofing, and even full interior changes. Not long after moving in, she received notices from the building department. What she thought was her dream home turned into a legal and financial battle. To date, she has spent over $40,000 hiring contractors, pulling retroactive permits, paying zoning and utility fines, and correcting unsafe structures that the county flagged. And here's the worst part. All of that money was spent to fix work she never even did. Now, she's got to wait for permits to close and continue the process of hiring more contractors. By the time she is done, she would have spent more money than originally planned and unable to fully enjoy her new home. Another case. Another homeowner, this time in Cape Coral, bought a house that was sold strictly as is. Framing ready, drywall still missing. The seller told him he could finish it himself. What the seller didn't explain was that the house would almost certainly be investigated once inspections were triggered. This new owner, who had just moved from another country, had no idea how the US permitting system worked. He went ahead and remodeled the entire inside of the house without pulling a single permit. Simply because he didn't know he needed one. On top of that, he invested nearly $35,000 in renovations, unaware of another critical law, FEMA's 50% rule. Here's what that means. If your home was damaged, for example by Hurricane Ian in 2022, you're required to get a retroactive appraisal. That appraisal determines the actual cash value of the structure only, not the land, and it factors in depreciation. If your home is valued at $400,000 before the storm, but the building itself, after depreciation, is valued much lower, you can't spend more than 50% of that depreciated number on repairs. If you do, FEMA requires the home to be demolished or brought up to current flood standards. My client didn't know any of this. Luckily, his home wasn't valued too low, and he was able to obtain the necessary permits without being forced into demolition. But the risk was very real. My Cape Coral customer had to spend money on a finer ring plans he didn't know he needed and more money to add things to bring the building up to code. So much money spent, so much stress, so much to lose. And it doesn't stop there. Florida law adds another layer, the owner-builder permit rule. If you pull a permit as an owner-builder, you must wait at least 1 year after that permit closes before you can sell the home. Many people don't know this. And when they try to sell too soon, it can delay sales, affect financing, and even impact eligibility for homestead exemptions. The truth is, these situations are preventable, but only if buyers take the right steps before closing. Always request a seller disclosure in writing. Search your city or county's permit portal. Most have online databases where you can look up an address. And don't just check if permits were opened. Verify that they were properly inspected and closed. Look for red flags. If the home has a new kitchen, bathroom, roof, or windows but no matching permits, that's a warning sign. And don't be afraid to add a contingency in your purchase contract that allows you to walk away if unpermitted work is discovered. Most importantly, consult professionals, inspectors, real estate attorneys, or permitting consultants who know what to look for. Buying a home is one of the biggest investments of your life. Don't let someone else's unpermitted work, or lack of disclosure, become your burden. A simple 5-minute permit search on your local city or county website could save you tens of thousands of dollars, and even prevent your home from being flagged under FEMA's 50% rule. Dream homes should stay dreams, not turn into nightmares.